Kinfo. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. Okay? As y'all see, title on some platforms they say don't let it. Other ones they say don't let them. You feel me? But this my thing. For a lot of us, we go through certain things and we let it weigh too much on our head. We let it weigh too much entirely on our decision making, on how we feel about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a thing when we go to this plug. You feel me? We going to the plug right now. So I need you to know, don't let it weigh on you like that. What's up with it, little? Don't let it weigh on you like that. If y'all could come on in, tap that screen, share the live. I'm trying to give everybody a chance to come in, catch this vibe, share the vibes from this live and save a life out here. You feel me? If you're not following me already, I go by the name of Goldmine. I've been sent to raise the vibrations in the room. So that's what we gonna do. Again, don't let them play on your top, y'all. Don't let them play on your top. We plugging in right now. A lot of times we come to find that the things we think are important really aren't. You feel me? In the moment, they seem like the most important thing that could be going on. Appreciate y'all coming in, hitting that like button. It seems like they the most important thing that could be going on. But if you feed too much into anything, you know what I'm saying? It's wrong. You do too much of anything is wrong. You feel me? Because you begin to get out of balance. In the moment, a lot of things seem more important than they are. Peace to you, Nichols. A lot of things seem more important than they are. And this is going to help us with our decision making. For a lot of us, we struggle with decision making because we felt like we might not have made the best decisions in the past. You feel me? Might not have made some of the best decisions in the past. If y'all could, make sure y'all come in and tap that screen. Drop a comment, say what's up. Appreciate you, Shaybo. Coming through. How you doing? Appreciate you. You can't be a hater your whole life. Think about this, y'all. If you ain't happy for somebody when they go up on the level or when they have a change in their life that they seek to bring forth, if you're not happy for them, somewhat, you hating. You feel me? You feel me? In some way, you hating. You got to appreciate people's triumphs. That's the beauty of life. Good to see you, Tequila. Appreciate them likes. Confront your issues. Don't let them linger with an energy seeking understanding. You feel me? Don't let them linger with an energy because then that energy becomes you, whether you know it or not. Appreciate them likes, New York. Appreciate them likes, y'all. If y'all could come in and tap that screen, share the live, share the vibes, save a life out here. You feel me? Because there's somebody out here need these vibes, need this reminder of the greatness that is you, the greatness that's shining through daily. You feel me? When you feel like you at that place of achievement, this is the greatness that I'm speaking to. So recognize for a lot of us, we go through certain motions that lead us to certain emotions. You feel me? That lead us to certain emotions that we must feel in order to grow ourselves. Thank you so much, Tequila. Confront your issues. Don't let them linger, y'all. Don't let them linger. And at some point, you're going to get to a point, you're going to get so cold with confronting your issues to the point you're going to look forward to, what am I going to learn today? What am I going to learn today? You feel me? If you see what you see, stop. Stop second guessing. Use it for what you need it for. If you see what you see and it's meant for you to make the proper assessments so you can be sure that you're making the right investments in your life, then do so. And once you see what you see, go with what you see until you learn differently. You feel me? Stand on that. You know, in order for you to learn from your wrongs, you got to be wrong. You feel me? And for a lot of us, we not all the way with nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, in a sense, don't forget, because I just thought about it as I was saying, and I don't want nobody to get it twisted. We not going so far to the left that we become imbalanced, but we going just enough to the point we meet that middle to create balance with the right. Appreciate you being up in here, Juliet. Overthinking things will leave you open to self-doubt. That's what leaves us open to self-doubt. We in the setup part now, y'all. We moving quite fast today because we got a few packages to drop off. We got things to do, people to see, places to be. Appreciate y'all coming in. Good to see you, Leah. Good to see you. But as y'all know, we always going to go see the plug. And at this point, we done seen the plug. we don't recognize, first of all, you know, it's important that we don't let our problems linger. Stop letting people play on our top. You feel me? Stop letting people play on our top, or stop playing on our top ourselves by second guessing what we know we should be doing, or divine inspired thoughts. You feel me? Because sometimes we get thoughts that come by way of something that you was thinking a while off, and now it's like an answer has returned to you. So it's time to walk in it. Good to see you, Liv. Playing stupid for others will soon leave you in a state that, let alone among those you around, you are. You feel me? Let alone if you not becoming dumbed down, actually, you will be hey, that's what everybody else gonna see you as. You ever been around somebody you thought was cool as hell till you seen how they are around their people? Around people that seem like they know them better or supposed to know them better? You feel me? It can change everything. That's why I always say what you do with one thing is how you gonna do everything. I'm trying to tell you. Appreciate you being up in here, Robert. I appreciate you. How you do one thing is how you do everything. My big mom used to always say to me, how long you gonna be playing church before you begin having church? You feel me? Once you put on the show, you become one with the show. So show forth the greatness that is you in all times, no matter what's going on around you, though. Don't set up yourself. Don't set yourself up for failure by telling yourself things that's only going to excuse you from the greatness that is you. Like if somebody say this to me, I'm going to act a fool. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to fall out with such and such. You know, I'm going to say things that don't make me feel so good. I'm going to become so insensitive to myself that I don't care if I crash out trying to hurt somebody else. Again, y'all, if you new around here, make sure you get to know these beautiful people around here. You know, we got a few people that support the platform, and I'm sure it's going to be more. But we not tripping. We not tripping because we understand narrow is the way, and few be that find it. But we going to shine our light. We're going to shine our light for the world to see. You feel me? This is a moment in Black's Rehab. We not done. We just taking a brief moment because, you know, sometimes people got to move around. But this is a moment in Black's Rehab where we have come to find out that we used to be the black sheep. At least that's what we used to think about ourselves and so forth. It was. You feel me? But we went inside to see, oh, glory, that we are the greatness we've been seeking this whole time. Within you is a gold mine. And we know this because of the time we spent with ourselves. So we have come out and we say, you know what? We want to be door openers. We want to open the doors within people that have been closed. You feel me? Open the doors within people that they don't know about themselves. Things that they have been told that, and kind of find out it's the total opposite. I understand that little inner voice within us that says, you know what? I don't feel like I'm good enough. We got things in store for y'all, you know. That's why it's called the Black's Rehab. It's deeper than just, you know, what the mainstream deal with. They want to treat the side effect, but we want to deal with the fulfillment of the being and the understanding, because it's the identifying with the truth that is you that's going to allow for you to make it through and for you to always be able to rebuild you no matter what you find yourself involved in. You'll always recognize this is an opportunity. You'll always recognize this is a lesson for you and me. To recognize even your life is an example. Is it going to be a great story? It's all determined on how you go through it. How you doing, Keisha? Make sure y'all check out some of the programs we have. We have some affirmations for you guys that can program yourself. We have an ebook called How to Become Undeniable. An ebook called Stop Being So Ambiguous. You know, don't get it twisted. The setup is that you got to be educated when it's a inside joke that you have to learn in order to fit into. You feel me? For a lot of us, we don't recognize, appreciate that design for that investment as I seek to invest in you. For a lot of us, we don't recognize that it's the things that's been programmed into us that's leading to the way that we move. Appreciate y'all being in here. Thank y'all for tapping that screen. Thank y'all for sharing it live. Save a life. The world need these vibes just like we need each other's vibes. You feel me? Understand, y'all. It's the things that we are impacted to, fit into, that leads to you lending yourself to vibes that might not be becoming of the whole, let alone detrimental to your soul. But you got to become sensitive enough to the creative ways of you, to the life force that is you. So when you do things that is hurtful to you, but it brings no gain from the pain, then you begin to recognize, hold on, I'm taking steps closer to becoming insane, meaning being so out of tune with self. Good to see you, dark-skinned miss. So out of tune with self that I can't see the difference between what's productive in my life and what's being sold to me to my detriment, to keep me from ever thinking about the fulfillment of the true me. All these expressions is me shining through this vessel, learning how to operate it. You feel me? Appreciate y'all tapping that screen, sharing the live, learning how to operate. It's good to see you too. Lighten your load by not holding on to things you hear or things that you done been told. Put them where they need to be. Put them where they need to be. Even if it was something that you used to do, that you had to learn. See, for a lot of us, we learn adversity. You know, we come from a university where they tell you straight out, it's raw. You feel me? It's raw. That's why we talk that plug talk. That's why we talk that setup talk. But we here to reverse that curse by telling you stop letting people play on your top. And most of all, you stop replaying the scenes you didn't like. And if you do replay these scenes, give them a new narration. Give them a new narration. I remember that time when such and such played on my top and I ain't crash out. Because I know they would have been happy to see that. Or my life would have been 10 times worse if I would have gave into the triggering that was taking place. You feel me? Appreciate you tapping that screen, Designs. Appreciate you being in here, Melanie King. If you could, if you would, please. I feel like you should share the live for us, fam. Your energy is so strong. You could bring in such a synergy that if you tap that screen too, like you knocking on wood, everything gonna be good for us all. I appreciate your energy, God. Remain graceful by being grateful and thankful for your life and all that comes with it, y'all. That's how you be graceful. Be grateful and thankful for your life and all that comes with it. Don't be so caught up. Man, appreciate you. Don't be so caught up in your struggle for beauty or to see the beauty that is you that you truly miss the magic that's happening, meaning how things come into be. Appreciate you being in here, Legendary. Meaning you miss how things come into be to the point you can't send the blessings up or the praise up and bring the blessings down, as my grandmama would say. Meaning you don't understand how things come into be, so you can't bring nothing into play. But you keep on feeling like you getting played. You keep on feeling like you getting played because along the way, you see other people making plays. You see other people coming up. But it's like we said in the beginning, though, in order to plug in, you can't be no hater. In order to go see the plug, you can't be no hater. You got to always be elevating. You got to always be elevating, y'all. And the only way you be elevating is if you lighten your load. Stop holding on to the things of before. Stop believing everything you done been told about you. And get to know you. Get to know you. How's my sound over here on TikTok, y'all? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. How we doing? Thank you, Robert, for that share. Appreciate that share, my G. I'm telling you, we living in a great time, y'all. But we got the ability to change the world around us by the energy that we put in. By the energy we put in with each other. So if we lend our energy to each other, we can change the world around us overnight, y'all. Overnight, you feel me? I know the things that's been going on in our lives ain't been all that right, you feel me? I know it ain't been all that right. But if we put our energy together, we effectively can make the changes that we seek. We effectively can make the changes that we seek. But it's going to start with you and me recognizing we are the greatness that we've been seeking this whole time. Within you and me is a gold mine. Right now, we have already started the Blacks Rehab. This is virtual right now by having conversations that's unpatronizing. You feel me? Uncompromising. I appreciate you, Melanie King. You feel me? It changes the vibration. When y'all tap that screen, when y'all share the live, you feel me? When my family hit the cash out, when my family throw gifts over here on TikTok, we are the change that we want to see at that point. You feel me? But it's not until we put the what they say, put the work in, that we can even expect the harvest. That we can even expect the harvest. For a lot of us on different platforms, we think it's just, all fun and games. But that's why I encourage people to come by. Come by here, between the hours of 10 and 11:30. See what we really doing. See the work that we putting in. See the work that we putting in to build each other up, uplift each other. I know, man. I know how heavy the load can feel when you feel all alone, like you just doing this by yourself. But that's why every morning when I feel like it be times, y'all, I don't even feel like getting up doing this. I don't feel like getting up talking to people about, the greatness of life sometimes. Because sometimes, I ain't feeling all that great about life, but I had to work through it. And sometimes I had to cry through it. But I know on the other side, y'all, on the other side of me feeling that pain is a greater game. And something that I know we all would be better for. Me being able to overcome what I'm feeling in the moment in order to make an atonement with myself to be like, you know what? Let me do the same thing. Let me stop letting the things that I heard, the things that I felt throughout my day, yesterday, the things that I done felt this morning, weigh on my top so much that I stop. You got to keep your feet going. You got to keep your feet going. Even when it seems like it's a wall there, you got to keep your demo. You got to keep on your demo until you demolish that wall and you put a door there. Some situations, yeah, it is a wall there. In some situations, it's just a fog here. We don't see ourselves for what it is. You feel me? So it's unstoppable. Even if in the physical, it seems like it's a wall there. We know how to put a door there. You feel me? Even if you can't see a way to put a door somewhere, there's a fog here. You're not seeing yourself. So we know how to reach you. You feel me? We know how to reach you. Come on in. We've been seeking for you to see the light. We all are but fractals of the greater light. So if we all take the time to shine our light in our own way, and when we come together like this, we create a synergy that each one of these platforms, it can reverberate. That's why I do it on TikTok and on YouTube at the same time, because a lot of the family on TikTok, they don't know nothing about the YouTube, or they don't use YouTube like that. You feel me? You got to go out your way and stop at nothing to get the message out. You feel me? Yeah, straight up, Melanie King, stop at nothing. Stop at nothing. Oh, yeah, today is definitely a gold day or a yellow, orange, and pink day. You feel me? Dealing with the energy of the day. If you're curious about that, Delion, appreciate you asking. You never gonna come up by hating on other people, y'all. That's the next point we making. After you remain graceful by being grateful and thankful for your life and all that comes with it, to the point you don't see obstacles. You see opportunities to learn. You feel me? Opportunities to learn more of the greatness that is you. For a lot of us, we think we got it all figured out about ourselves. We think we got it all figured out about ourselves. To the point, that's why we so down on ourselves. Because the things that we see about ourselves now, we don't truly like. You feel me? We don't truly like. And the fact that we don't truly like it, we just keep on painting that picture about life. See what I'm saying? You see how thought can reverberate. So it's important to take these times to be one with a positive thought and let that reverberate in your life. Let that reverberate in your life and see how that movie play out. You got this. You got this. Again, we don't got to be no hater our whole life. You feel me? A lot of us don't recognize hate is as simple as when you see somebody happy about their life or happy about something in their life, you can't find a reason to be happy for them. Sometimes it just got to be that. Like, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for you that you got something going on. You feel me? And even if I don't understand it all, I darn sure won't, you know what I'm saying, won't bring you down in the public. Keep going through your emotions to bring the greatness out. Keep going through all the emotions that you feel, through all the emotions in life that you wind up going through. For a lot of us, we be like, darn, when life just gonna pull me out of this situation, y'all? When life gonna just pull me out of this? When I ain't gonna have to see this person no more? When I ain't gonna have to feel this pain no more? I'm reminded of a dream I just had last night. And it was like, it was all kind of obstacle courses, right? That we had to go through. And it was just like an obstacle, like course on 4 walls. I made it to like 2 of them. But by the time I made it through the first one and was headed to the second one, I recognized it was on all 4 walls. And if you fall, the way the obstacles was set up, they were set up like stairs. To where if you fall off of one obstacle, depending on which one you pick, you feel me, you will fall down into a pit. And I'm saying all this to say, y'all, as I was thinking about it, like, man, bro, this is endless. Like, man, when is this gonna be over with? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't even, when I wanted to opt out, because I was, how you get hopeless, you get feeling so pitiful about yourself. And you're like, man, I wish I could just, give up and go to sleep. I thought about it. You know what I'm saying? When I got to thinking about that, I said, nah, I can't even give up or go to sleep. Because that's when I recognized they all around. The obstacles is all around. And I might fall asleep and roll clean off. You feel me? Because you know what I'm saying? And at that point, I began to meditate and tap in. And as soon as I began to meditate and tap in, I recognized, me being in this dimension because I recognized I had to use the bathroom. And I got up. You feel me? But I felt all of this, like, no separation pretty much. Like, I felt myself go from thinking about, you know what I'm saying, wish I could tap out, but I realized I can't give up. Immediately, like, because, we still going to have these thoughts. Recognize, yo. Hey, this brain absorbs things. It absorbs thoughts as well as it remembers thoughts. But you still got a conscience that can filter it out. And remember, based on what you done learned thus far, hey, man, that ain't going to work. I can't just give up. I can't just stop. I can't let them play on my top by telling me I don't got what it take. For some of us, we done been told we ain't got what it take our whole life, or we ain't never been told we was good enough. But you got to have that conversation with yourself for real, y'all. You got to be real with yourself. Tell yourself the real, because only you know for real about you. Only you know for real about you. You know the ins, the outs, the through and through. Yup. And you better reason it out before your subconscious get to it. Because your subconscious just absorbing things. But when you tap into the faculties of the mind and utilize them, but not letting the mind use you, yeah, that's the difference in thought. Not thinking every thought is yours. Peace to you, God. Good to see you, love. Utilize these thoughts, but not taking on every thought as though they're you. You exist on so many dimensions. Spirit, man, physical, soul. Wherever you put your focus, you exist on so many dimensions to the point it's all about finding balance. It's all about finding balance. I appreciate you, Open Light. I love you too, Queen. It's all about seeking that balance in everything that you're doing in life, but never getting so carried away that you don't realize the tightrope. That you don't realize the tightrope and you go off the side. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you would, please tap that screen like you knocking on wood so everything can be all good. Share the live, drop a comment, say what's up. Because this is my way of saying what's up to y'all by putting you up on what's up with me. We can grow together. if we willing to share our truths. You feel me? But some people, you know, they not sure of themselves enough to be able to be naked in this manner. Enough to say, man, I know from me sharing my truth and allowing people to be a part of my growth process, they'll be better for it too. You don't see it, Robert? By you sharing your truth, other people will be better. Other people will be better for what you done been through, y'all. Everybody. I'm telling you, Melanie King, that's why we went through it, bro. That's why we went through it. I love you too, King. That's why we went through all of that. You know what I'm talking about? That's why you crying now. Like, there's somebody there with you. If there's a thought of a person or a being that you love so much, you know, my spirit telling me to share this with y'all because my spirit shared it with me. You know what I'm saying? And we all are fractals of this great spirit that we know to be the creative force. You feel me? That we know to be the creative force. But here it is, when we get to having them tears flowing, you feel me? It's because you becoming one with the flow of life, as well as when you begin to think of people in your life, you feel me, that mean a lot to you, and you can smell them, you can sense or think about certain things they told you, and you haven't thought about them in a while, they there, G. They there in that moment. And the answers and clarity that's downloading to you. Come on, G. Come on, now. Come on, now. That's the love, you feel me? See, that's where the translations got played or the doctrines got played against us, y'all. People told you that, you know, such and such wouldn't come back for you if they could, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's cool, but that ain't the finish of the story. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the finish of the story. When certain things become true to you on the other side, there's still works you have to do. There's still works you have to do for other people. Peace to you, Nick. We're good to see you. So for a lot of us, they find themselves over here giving us downloads. You know what I'm saying? Like when you ask to see certain people or you cry out and you thinking about certain people, they there. Like, bro, hold on one second. I'm back, y'all. It sure as you feeling them people, they there. This is why I know that. Because when you pray or when you cry out because you miss somebody, they showing up then. They showing up then. So the reverse is true too. The reverse is true too. So when it hits you like that, take that time. Spend that time with your loved one. Yeah, the story ain't never over, Robert. This is good news. This is good news, y'all. This is great news. Like, I never forget, and I still, you know what I'm saying? I still enjoy it every time. Just like, you know, when somebody pass away, it never gets, you know what I'm saying? Never gets to the point you like, man, okay, people die all the time, G. Like, you still feel it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like every time my loved ones come back, the energy that my loved ones was, you know, once in these bodies animating, you know what I'm saying? The energy that is my loved ones, when it come back to me with these answers, it's like, man, it's beautiful. Every time it gives me a sense of peace to know that I'm connected to this great light. That's why I say, y'all, we all are fractals of this great light. That's why we all get similar downloads if we make ourselves available. You know what I'm saying? The call goes out. Only few be it that get it because everybody don't make themselves available. Everybody don't concern themselves with the ways of life. For a lot of us, we too busy out here playing games, so we don't have to even worry about life or even consider what is life. Consider what is life. But I realize, man, so many people, y'all, so many people had to kiss death, had to learn the lesson of transcending this life in order for me to get so much in this plight that I can't play around with it. And I won't. I refuse. This is such a great moment in time. Just as sure as you say I have a great gift, I recognize, yes, I do. I have a great gift of life, an opportunity to live in my truth. And that's why I choose to live in my truth so I can encourage other people. my other cells, my fractals of the great light to do the same. No different than how you seen the experiment with the clocks, y'all. Know what time it is. That's how we know what time it is when we come together and we align our energies. All right, G that. And we align our energies. Come on now. We begin to synchronize. We begin to get on the same vibration. That's why you got to pay attention to the people that you lend your energy to, the things that you invest in. You know, because it's deeper than just the cash apps. I appreciate all the love in the cash apps because that help us to, you know, do more creative things, feel like it's productive enough for us to take time away from, you know, being in the hustle and bustle of life. Because it's like, it's the same thing with the rap game, bro, or with playing sports. Bro, I had to choose. Y'all. And that's why I can't, you know, I can't deny, you know, the praise that's due to those who help me stand in the gap as you feel like these words of life that I speak unto you do to you. You know, as we always say, shoot, if it hit home, shoot, cash out us $1 at Black's Rehab. You know we got love for you because ain't nobody dropping it like this. Ain't nobody giving it to y'all like that. Why? Because they, just like I was, and I am on certain levels, a lot of us are scared to be ourselves. Scared to be ourselves, scared to come out. But when you see people coming out, appreciate you being in here, Brandy. When you see people coming out and investing in you, this is your opportunity to synchronize with that kind of time, to be on that kind of time, so that you can stand in the gap for your family. Yes, we all got loved ones that's done transcended. But remember, they come back to give us messages. But are you making yourself available to the energy that we all are a part of? We all become fractals of the greater energy that we call the creator, that we call our ancestors. You feel me? So when it comes to that, like you gotta, you know, when you got people like myself that come to bring this message, I had to choose, y'all. And every time, like, y'all, I be wanting to fit in sometimes. Sometimes I think, like, you know, you can see ahead, like, you see what happened to other people. You learn from they certain instances. But you still recognize what come with it, y'all. Like, you know, at the end of the day, like, we all gonna go some kind of way, y'all. But what you gonna be doing when it's your time? So even when I don't feel like it, I got to. Because you never know when it's gonna be your time. Put this work in. So when it's your time, it's go time for you. You ready. And it's like everybody who touched your life or tried to, you know, bring some good to your life or sought to live by example so you could learn from that example, it wasn't in vain. You know, as much as I could wear that like a burden. I could be like, man, I got to get my life right because all these people, bro, they depending on me. But I look at it like, dang, I've been loved for so long. Like, people have chosen to be so vulnerable in front of me that I might learn what it means to be real, what it means to be yourself, what it means to actually live. So that I can come to my people and I say, man, look, I don't come to take away from you, but I come to add to your life. At times when you feel like, man, I'm locked down in this area, I come to open that door. When you feel like you don't want to talk no more, I'm like, nah, let's talk about it just a little more. And when words don't work, let it flow. Let it flow. And in that moment, think, feel the energy around you. Often when I cry, I see my cousin, man. He's standing there like, cuz, go ahead, man. Say what you gotta say. You got this. And that's why I tell y'all, say what you gotta say. You got this. You are the greatness you've been seeking. Thank you, Natural, for being in here. You are the reason for everything that you've been seeing. And it's meant to point you in a direction that you headed to. And guess where you headed to? Further appreciation of the greatness that is you. Sometimes it's introspective. Sometimes it's from a perspective. And sometimes it comes by way of directives. Recognize everything that you're going through, everything that you feed yourself, every stimulation and assimilation. You are digesting information. Be aware of the program. And when you recognize that you are programmable, seek to put things in your program that will uplift you. Nah, baby. I ain't sad. These are tears of joy. When you feel that information, that wisdom that comes to fill that void, you begin to cry for a different reason. Because you recognize the time in which you done been synchronized with. This is a grand time, y'all, to be alive. Everything is apparent. Everything is apparent right now. For my family on TikTok that's just coming in, they might not have heard the whole conversation. Make sure y'all check us out on YouTube at Goldmine Tree Tribe TV. Once again, that's Goldmine Tree Tribe TV. We usually have our playbacks on there as well as we live right now. If you want to go on and jump over and go on and subscribe. But again, today has been about plugging in, y'all. Like usual, we go see the plug, peep the setup so we can come up. Now, I'm here for you, my G. You make sure you come back every day at 10 a.m. And even if you miss a day, get back. Get back. Because we here for you. We here for you. And I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I know that feeling. Man, I appreciate you. That's what we came to do. That's what we came to do. Make sure you know that you appreciate it. Make sure you know that you are worthy. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be, man, you don't gotta be perfect in the eyes of other people, but have a different conversation with yourself. Cause this is your story. The only difference between what you go through any other time is how you feel about it. You feel me? So change the way you feel about it. Narrate a different story, y'all. Narrate a different story in your life. And see how that changed. See how that changed your life. Remember, we all are envisioning this life from the perception that we feel life is. So if you want to change your life, change your view of life. Change your perception of life. Change your perception of life. If you want to change your life. And if you're trying to figure out how you get to the point you had this perception, come through, y'all. We here for y'all. We here for y'all. Reach out. We do consultation. As my mom used to say, we like to read people. You know what I'm talking about? On many levels, depending on your understanding. But we definitely here to help you figure out your superpower, the greatness that is you. And a lot of us, we have such great superpowers that's why a lot of us cry in depressive states, because we not being ourselves. We're not being ourselves, and since we're not being ourselves, it weighs on us. It weighs on us. You have such a powerful gift, but after you not using it for so long, that power gets turned on you. That power becomes guilt. You feeling guilty before what you didn't do. You know what I'm saying? What's up with it, Queen?
What's good?
I'm in school and work, also a single mom. It's real hard at times. Nah, you got this, my G. How you feeling, Michelle?
I'm okay.
You looking fly? I like them colors on you. Natural, you got this. The fact that you doing all of that, you own it already. It's just important that we tap into the village a lot of times because for a lot of us, we don't have that. All right, when I'm not feeling it today, somebody reminding you of the greatness that is you. Different things that you can do. Write down the pros and cons of you. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling today? Write down all the good things and all the bad things. You feel me? But at the same time, seek the balance. Don't be hoping it's all pros. You feel me? Nah, look at your pros and your cons and recognize why both exist. What's up with it? No excuses. Good to see you, love. Good to see you, Sunshine and Jazzy. Good to see you. Because everything in life ain't gonna always be Peachy King. Ain't gonna always be Peachy King. Like today, I was reminded, like, dang, bro. Sometimes you gotta feel all the spectrum of emotions, because otherwise you might lose your mind. You might get stuck in one set of emotions. Like, and I know everybody want to be happy all the time, but guess what? If you walked around smiling all the time, they got a place for you. They got a place for you. Like, that smile got to come from a real place. Otherwise, when people get to analyzing, you're going to be like, hold on, you done tapped out. You done tapped out. But that's why it's important to have that balance. Don't get me wrong. You can have such joy in life to the point even when people see you cry, you like, nah, I'm crying tears of joy. I'm crying tears of joy. But that's a difference from you just smiling and you can't even make sense of it. Like I said, we all arrive at these points. But ain't it so much better when you can express why? Meaning you can share your testimony with other people and essentially portal them in. They don't have to go through everything you went through. Come on now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Why not people be better for you being here rather than being like, why was you here? Like, because that's what's going to happen. And shoot, if they think about you. If they think about you. Right, you can't stand your head all the time. I'm a rebound and this was meant. Yeah, straight up. Straight up, Robert. You feel me? And like I said, check out the YouTube, bro. Y'all gotta, like, we gotta recognize. You feel me? But I'm gonna charge you with this. Submerge yourself into this type of information and see how your conversation with yourself change. So then when you do go through these moments where you might, go through your different emotions, it'll be for a different reason. It won't be because you hopeless. You know what I'm saying? You're going to smile when you joyful too. You feel me? And you're going to cry sometime when you joyful. But that joy is something can't nobody take from you. You feel me? That's, come on now. Come on now. Come on, Jazzy. Did he come by and see you though? Remember we were just talking about how when these tears begin to flow, tap in. If you feel that energy of your son around you when you crying, believe. Have you ever seen that movie Ghost? Like, that man on the other side waiting on you to talk to him. It's almost like, you know how, man, I had to pause, man, because I just seen my big mama, man. When she had schizophrenia, or what was it, dementia. You know, when they get older and they don't know who nobody is no more. You feel me? We treating them like we don't know who they is. Thank you, Natural, for them roses. I appreciate that investment as I seek to invest in you. We acting like we don't know who they are no more. They are energy. They not the body. So when we stop connecting with that energy, you feel me? Every time they coming around and you crying or you crying and you recognize that energy is there, they there. Talk to them. They there. You get a little bit of both, you know what I'm saying? You get a little bit of with both of them, you feel me? Both of them, Alzheimer's, dementia, all that, you feel me? But it's just you getting to that point from different states. All of it is about being dehydrated. Yeah, I'm plugged in, you feel me? Plugged in. So plugged in that I tap in, you feel me? What do you say? Let your body be the temple. Oh, okay. So when we talking about tapping in, we plugging into the big guy. To the big guy. Man, shout out to the top gifters. Y'all make sure y'all pick up my co-host. What'd you say, Miss Lady?
I said ain't nobody tap my screen, but it's okay.
Oh, it's all love. You know we gonna do our three and keep it G. All day. That's what I seek to do, Robert. Make myself a conduit. Like a lot of us don't recognize we have essentially through all the trauma we done been through, we done learned to channel or tap back into the energy we had when we came in. Shout out to you, Coco, coming in here. Appreciate you, love. So again, you get there one way or another. But even once you learn to channel through trauma, you still gotta work through that trauma. So you can actually learn how to fly. So the next time when you channeling, you feel me, you know what's really, you know what I'm saying? You can intentionalize your energy versus just letting the energy play up on you. It used to be a time I used to just be crying, just to be crying, just to be crying. But I know now I was getting them downloads. And like, man, I never forget my ex-wife used to be like, man, you're gonna have to stop crying every time you think about your cousin. And guess what? That helped. Because I started having to learn to do something else with that energy. And I also began to recognize that was my cousin, like, man, bro, I ain't left you. What you talking about? Like, what is you talking about? What you want to know? So then I started talking to him. And so for everybody who felt like, you know, the energy that is speaks through me, the God energy, the creative energy speaks through me, know that, you know, that's what I'm talking about when I say channeling. Like, allowing for the energy to flow through you, being a conductor of the greater energy. You say something, Laura?
I was telling your people, thank you, somebody can promote it.
Oh, yeah, you know what it is. With that being said, for my family on YouTube, I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one, and I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfo, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Peace within, peace out, and be sure to continue on your lovely day.